Hello guys, welcome to Math Pro. I am Sir A, and for today's lesson we will be discussing this. So our topic is about division, and I chose this one because I really see my students having difficulty with this topic. And for today's session, I'll be teaching you how to basic division. So let's have a review. The long division method, there are actually many ways on how you are going to remember the procedures. One of the methods that we use is by remembering our family members, starting with dad, which stands for divide as the first step, mom for multiply, sister for subtract, brother for bring down, and even including the pet dog Rover, which tells us to repeat the process until the long division process is done. Another is by remembering the question. Yeah, you're right, you're saying a burger. Does McDonald's serve burger? Which also stands for divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, and repeat. This process will be repeated until you get the quotient. Let's have an example. If we want to get the quotient of these two numbers, then following the procedures, first we divide 86 by 24, we get 3. Then we multiply 3 times 24 to get 72. We subtract to get 14. Bring down to get 4. We have now a new number 144, which can be divided now by 24. So we repeat the procedure from the start. So we divide again, we multiply again, we subtract, we bring down, then repeat the process until there is no more number to be brought down. And the quotient of 8,640 divided by 24 is 360. So this is our pro tips to you. If you want to get the quotient of these two numbers, take a look at this. You know that when 24 is multiplied by 100, it will give you a product of 2,400. Because when you multiply a number by 100, all you need to do is add two zeros or affix two zeros at the end. And it's very easy to do. So we know that in 2,400, there are 100 sets of 24. So we are going to look for how many 24 are in 8,640. So when we do that 3 times, then we'll get 300. And all of them will add up already to 7,200. Then we subtract this 7,200 from our dividend. Then the remaining number will be 1,440. We know that 1/2 of 2,400 is 1,200. So if there are 100 sets of 24 within this, so half of 100, there are 50 24 inside 1,200. Then, subtracting it again from the remaining number 1,440, so we have now the remaining number 240. So how many 24 are now in 240? So when we multiply 24 by 10, just a big zero, you know that it will already give us an answer of 200. That means that's another 10 sets of 24. So all in all, we have 360 sets of 24 inside 8,600. So as you see, in this method, we are only using the concept of numbers being multiplied by 100, by 10, by 1, by 2, so on and so forth. Okay? Let's have another example. Suppose we want to get the quotient of 672 and 16. We start with 16. Since it's just a 3-digit number, we multiply 16 by 10. So we got 160. So this means 160, there are 10 sets of 16. Then we do the same procedure to get another 10, get another 10, get another 10. Then all in all, it will add up to 640. Almost there, 670. So from 640, we already have 40 sets of 16. Another way to do it is by doing this. So if we know that in 160 there are 10 sets of 16, doubling 160 to get 320, then we know that we have 20 sets of 16. Then doubling again 320, which will give us 640. Then we already know that in 640, we have 40 sets of 16. Then the next step is subtracting 640 from 670. So we now have 32 left. And how many 16 are there in 32? So we know that in 32 there are only 2 sets of 16. So that means when we add up this 40 plus 2, the quotient 672 and 16 is equal to. And this method actually works even if there is a remainder. Let's try this example. So again, we start with 54, multiplying it by 100. We get 5,400. And as you see, it's almost near 6,059, right? So we subtract already 5,400 from 6,059. We'll get 659. So next is we have to find out how many more 54s are in 659. So from 54, again, we multiply it by 10 by just adding 0. So we will get 540. So it's almost 659. So next, we subtract it again from 659. Then we'll get 119. So finally, we are getting sets of 54 from 119. We know that when 54 is multiplied by 2, we get 108. So that means that's another 2 sets of 54. Right? Then we subtract again 108 from 119, then we will get 11. And from this 11, we will not get any more set of 54 because it's already less than our divisor. So that means the quotient when you divide 6,059 by 54 is 112. So by adding 110 and of course, since we have 11 remaining, that would be our. So when we divide 6,059 by 54, the answer is 112 remainder 11. So that's it. So if you learned from this video, please click the subscribe button and of course do not forget to click the notification bell so you will be notified with the new videos that I